Wrestling Guys store for all your wrestling merchandise needs. We have action figures, we have t-shirts, we have the Ceiling of Fame. You gotta see it for yourself. Come down here.
Memphis Wrestling is back, featuring Alan Steele, Derek King, The Posse, Superstar Bill Dundee, King Cobra, and more. Championship Wrestling from Memphis.
Welcome everyone to part 2 of the episode 38 Circle Debate Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1. We want to go ahead and thank our brother from another mother, and that is Kofi Wiesta, for joining us in part 1, the Dirty Hills Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. It'll be right, the description will be right below in part 1 and part 2. The League of Extraordinary Podcasters. That's right. Make sure you check out Dirty Hills Podcast. They provide the best wrestling content for you, as well as we all do, the fellow podcasters in the pro wrestling world. And also, don't forget, for all Memphis City fans out there, make sure you purchase your tickets. They're selling out like hotcakes quickly. And that is Championship Wrestling from Memphis. They're having the first live event February the 14th. Make sure you purchase your tickets ASAP. And also, the description will be right below where you get the ticket information, the bio. You can click on the website and their social media platforms so you get more ticket information for you to purchase your tickets. Make sure you do that because you do not want to miss it. That's you want to be part of history. Make sure you be there for the city of Memphis, because Dustin Starr is the one that's hosting the show. Make sure, and David Marquez as well. So shout out to United Wrestling Network. Shout out to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and from Memphis and from Arizona. And also don't forget to tune in as well to our fellow blog, which is Catherine's Pro Wrestling. Make sure that you tune in on her website, which the description is right below as well. And subscribe to her blogs. She writes the best content for all women pro wrestling. She covers everything of pro wrestling, of women's pro wrestling all over the world. So make sure you follow her as well on her Twitter. So let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on now to pro wrestling news. 4 signees that just signed to WWE, and 3 of them are former alumni of United Wrestling Network, NWA. Well, one of them is NWA. Both of them, actually. Yeah, both of them. NWA, Championship Wrestling. So I'm going to go ahead and name them. And I'll name the last one, which Matt and I will discuss more details of other international star. But let's name the first 3. Now, we do have Zoe Stark, formerly known as LACEY RYAN. She signed with NXT. And then Cora Jade, formerly known as ELAYNA BLAck. You've seen her on AEW with the coffin coming out with the hand and flipping you off. That is her. She was, play, Christian Blake's girlfriend. And Gigi Dolan, formerly known as Priscilla Kelly. That's right. She has been on NWA. She has competed against Thunder Rosa, had incredible matches with Thunder Rosa. And also LACEY RYAN as well, competing in a Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, United Wrestling Network, had phenomenal matches. I'm excited to see these 3 individual women, which they'll be competing in the Dustin Classic Tournament coming up. We already saw the first one, the first 2, first round of it, but they'll be competing on it. So I'm looking forward to seeing these 3 individual women. Congratulations for signing to WWE, and we wish you the best. Wish you the best future in NXT, and you guys are going to knock it off the park. I'm looking forward to seeing Priscilla Kelly and ELAYNA and LACEY to, knock it off the park. And then one more person that Matt and I will discuss, a Japanese wrestling star, a YOSHI, women's pro wrestler who signed with WWE since February, but had to wait because of the COVID-19 situations, transitioning, moving from Japan to the United States. And that is Sarayee. She's a former 2-time world champion of pro wrestling, Diana. So, Mr. Steamboat, give the viewers and audience more details of this international star that WWE just picked up.
It's like when you get a new Joshi wrestler in WWE, that's kind of like, that's Joshi wrestlers work very differently from some of the women in the US. Like, they got that hard hitting, strong style. I think it was another friend of mine who we've been trying to get on the show, my friend Joseph. He told me Joshi wrestlers hit really hard, Like they made it's like, oh, cute little Japanese girl. Nah, her fist, her knees, you know, that's the real deal. Those forearms, that's stiff. You know, they're like little Minoru Suzuki babies right there. Like as cute as they are, they're like baby Minoru Suzuki's, like ready to tear you up. And you know, I think the cool thing is she would generate a lot of interest. I think, you know, hopefully if WWE doesn't ruin her, like I know for sure her NXT time, you know, knock on wood, you know,
knocking on wood,
but I'd say her NXT time for sure is going to be really great. You know,
oh yeah,
Sarah, her, it's gonna be. I don't know what name they're gonna give her because like Asuka was Kanako or Kana, but like her name, like they changed it to Asuka. So I don't know if they're gonna change her name before coming in or, you know, go with something different. I just hope it's not gonna be like really out there. Like they pull another Short EG. She's gonna be like Short. What her name's gonna be like Shorty Kitty or something. Like, please no, don't like either a really cool name or nothing stereotypical, or, you know, let her keep her name. You know, she's got a very unique look. You know, like kind of Kyrie saying, like open the door for like the cutesy Japanese girls to like rock it and, you know, high fly and do more like cool stuff. So.
Oh man, definitely. But I can tell you this, and right now, Paul Levesque has done a tremendous job of actually stacking up his women's division in NXT roster. I mean, you got 4 brand new women now, and these are, I mean, they're already known stars. All of these 4, especially you have, you know, especially from, you know, Saraaee from Japan, but also these other 3 individuals here in the States. They're already known. I mean, from, you know, GCW, AW Dark, NWA. I mean, I could go on the list. On and on and on, but these are, and even they wrestled in Shimmer as well. I mean, you know, so that's their, you know, Priscilla Kelly wrestled in Shimmer, and so did LACEY RYAN, and so those are like 2 women that are familiar with Japanese Joshi strong, you know, Joshi pro wrestling, strong style as well. They're familiar with, you know, the international. So I'm looking forward to seeing these 4 individuals fucking kill it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, definitely 100%.
They got a match of her in over here, Sendai Girls, Chihiro Hashimoto versus Saraaee, you know, for the Sendai Girls title. So that's on YouTube if you guys want to watch that. I'll probably watch all of her YouTube matches and see like what I could find on Daily Motion of her. I'm probably gonna like marathon that tonight.
Definitely, Mr. Money Mike, go ahead.
Just keep them away from Nia Jax. Just please, just keep them away from her, because
like I'm praying for Kyrie Sane's spine, for the love of God.
Yeah.
But you know what? Something tells me that Saraaee is going to be the mystery partner for Io Shirai. I have a feeling.
There we go. That would be sick.
I mean, yeah. So let's, you know, before I jump to NXT, but yes, I think that's going to be a faction right there between her and Io Shirai. I'm pretty sure they're familiar with each other. They know each other. I'm pretty sure. And with Io Shirai and Asuka, will probably teach her the ropes, how the American style works. So, you know, this is new for her. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, if Paul Levesque was impressed, I mean, there's a reason why he got her. Yeah. There's a main reason why. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And so moving on with that WWE news, also, let's move on with another WWE news. We are, according to Seltzer and other, you know, I can't, you know, I promise.
No, it's right here. Yeah,
according, yeah. Hall of Fame will be in the virtual world, which is no fans in attendance, just only all virtual. They're only doing the class of 2020 of last year's.
It'll be Vince in his pajamas in his room, just like, this is who I think should be there. I don't care. And look at my painting of myself. You know?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. You know, it is WrestleMania weekend, so we will see how the outcome of that. But we're only going to have the 2020 class being available, not 2021. So they're delaying 2021. There's rumor windows that they might do that for Survivor Series, adding 2021, so they can be ahead of schedule of the next inductees for 2022. But we're not quite sure if that's confirmed yet. All we know is that's just a rumor window. So, Mr. Bunny Mike, do you feel that that's a great idea on their part for doing that. Right now still going on with this global bastard situation as we speak.
It kind of sucks because I would have wanted to see the NWO and Batista get their moment, Hall of Fame. These kind of things, it's not like you can repeat that. Although Batista's probably going to be in Evolution inducted down the line, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks that these moments are being taken away, but in that they're having WrestleMania. I'm guessing, I'm hearing rumor and innuendo, guys, of WrestleMania with fans, and I'm taking a look to see if I get myself in there. We'll see. But why not have it during night one of WrestleMania? Or or something. Work something out where you could have an actual live audience there. But it is what it is. They're just going to go ahead and honor them in a different way. Well, it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that, Mr. Steamboat?
They could be, I don't know why. So far we've just seen it with NXT, like just that limited audience, those just few people that you get tested and you bring them in, you just need to pull a page out of AEW's book with what they've been doing with audiences, or, have a big drive-in WrestleMania. That'd be another thing. Mikey, if you're going, you're taking your car, buddy. We'll be all, we could all squeeze into one car and we could make it a tailgate.
Road trip.
Hey, we can make it, I think it will be better. It would be better that way. Maybe WrestleMania tickets would be cheaper and the same price, and we could bring our own food.
You know what? You're right about maybe it could be cheaper, the ticket prices, if they decide to go ahead and actually do it.
I'll make the food. Hell,
we should. I would tailgate. If we couldn't do it here, we were expecting it happening here in LA.
Yes.
Tailgate, might as well. I would.
Yeah, we got a lot of wide open space.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take my vacation to go to WrestleMania. Circle of Debate, go to WrestleMania. It might happen. You never know. Never say.
Backseat of the car with the pretzels and the cheese.
But also, yes, how Mike mentioned, they are planning to go ahead and do that with 25,000 people for night one and night two. But that still throws out of the question for Raw and SmackDown. That's another one that is being on questionable. But the one thing they are planning to go ahead and do is doing night one and night two, 25,000 people for each night.
Okay.
So they don't want to do it they don't want to do more than that. So they want a limited capacity. So they might just go ahead and move forward with that. If it goes through, you're going to have that much people. Which they're having in Tampa, which I think they are going to go back to that stadium where they were supposed to originally have it the year before. So it looks like they might go move forward with that. As we know right now, it's still up in the air. It's out of 100% is like 70% almost there. We will not find out maybe until after Royal Rumble. That's when will probably confirm that it definitely will happen. And if it does, then most likely it will be cheap price. It won't be an exaggerating price because they can't make money off it, honestly. If they try to go ahead and do it how they do it in normal WrestleManias, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. In my opinion, they have to at least cut down the price, at least more than half. Because who's really gonna go? These are people who want to take the precaution. So, yeah, definitely. But we'll have to wait and see how that works out. But let's go ahead and move on, gentlemen, to NXT. NXT was not a bad show this past week. I enjoyed it very much. The whole from the beginning to to the ending of it. I enjoyed it, especially the opening match, which was one of the part of the Dusty Classics. We did see Kushida and Leon Ruff making an upset against Gargano and Austin Theory. That was a good match, to be honest. I loved it. I love the push they're giving Kushida and Leon. I'm glad they're getting the recognition that they're supposed to be getting. Especially Kushida, because we just signed he's talking about last year, right, Matt? About a year ago, he signed. If he finally got that, right, he's getting his recognition now, being on a hunt for the North American title, which you could tell it might happen at Takeover.
And not just being Marty McFly.
Yeah, exactly. Not being Marty McFly. So yes, exactly, indeed. So I mean, I don't know, Mr. Steamboat, take us through that match, and what do you see the future of Kushida going for that North American title? Where do you see this going with this storyline?
I think Kushida would be a great North American champion. You know, I think it always puts interest in mind because, you know, I didn't really see the whole Hideo Itami run when he was there in NXT. So Hideo Itami definitely didn't carry the North American title, right? He never, you know, we've never had a Japanese wrestler carry that title before. So I think that will be really cool just to have him kind of represent, you know, and keep it interesting. I mean, we've seen what Nakamura has done with the mid-card titles and how fun and interesting and, you know, so I think Kushida's going to get some more eyes on the product as North American champion.
I think so too. I agree because with Kushida, I think this should have happened even with Nakamura, and it should have happened with Asuka in the first place to get that, you know, international more look. How you said, I agree. It should definitely have gone towards that route since the beginning when those two main evented WrestleMania. I don't know why they never did it. They screwed up on that. Look at this. Now you lost the chance of building a relationship with New Japan. You get me? So now that's like, oh, great.
You buried their greatest guy. I think Cornette even said like wasn't Nakamura supposed to be like the second coming? You know?
Exactly. He was supposed to be, but I mean, I'm hoping
this could be a reckoning. This would be a good reckoning, and
of course.
And you know what? If you know, WWE isn't as like strict about like weight divisions. Like if you're a cruiserweight, you can never be world heavyweight champion. Like they're not about that anymore. No. So, you know, it was like we could see, you know, Kushida possibly being the NXT world champion. I think he would do a good job as that in the near future, like 2023, 2022, you know. I'd be down with that. I'd be hype over it. I'd be nuts.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would be nuts too. Money Mike, your thoughts about that match?
Unfortunately, I didn't catch this match, but you know, it just, I want to say that I have, you know, the utmost faith that they're gonna do the best with this talent, but you know, their record is not the best, as you guys mentioned right now. And you know, kind of mentioning the whole Nakamura and Asuka thing, at least one or the other should have won the title at WrestleMania. You know, one or the other.
I won't shut up about it. I'm gonna be like, that was the biggest travesty. That was like the first nail in the coffin for WWE. Like, I guess after Sting, like you guys screwed up Sting and you messed up with Japanese wrestling. No, like those are my favorite things. So
I agree. So let's move on with that. Let's so they advanced to the Dusty Classic tournament in the second, quarterfinals, and now we see them Karrion Kross. Man, just that entrance, my God, it just like gives me goosebumps. I'm sorry, when it just that entrance is like, oh man, he's like the Thanos of NXT, man. I don't know what the fuck what it is, but this guy's like Thanos of NXT, defeating Adonis like so quick, like in an instant, like. Now he's busting that Luger move, you know, with the he's not going with the forearm. I mean, he's going with this forearm right here. But I mean, I liked it. I mean, I liked it. It was very aggressive, like aggressive. I mean, like I love it. So I enjoyed that part of Karrion Kross. I mean, yeah, I'm glad they're taking their time, not rushing him for the belt yet. I think, like how we said it in the previous episode, which is archived, ladies and gentlemen, we did say that. By WrestleMania weekend, maybe like that takeover weekend, have him win the belt back. Whoever is, could be Finn, could be Pete Dunne, or Kyle O'Reilly, could be one of them who could probably be the next. I'm not saying that Finn will probably hold it for a while. I mean, he's holding it, but he might lose it before that WrestleMania takeover, in my opinion. That's how I feel. But yes, Karrion Kross, I think that's will be his moment to shine again. This time he'll be not injured, hopefully not. Knock on wood for him. And we'll have a long extended championship ring and for NXT. Do you agree with that, Money Mike?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, good things happen to those who wait. and we're waiting for Karrion Kross to regain his NXT title, so that once he gets it, it's like yes, uh, he's I mean, we can say he's a former NXT champion. He already has a one reign, uh, for however as short as it was. He's already got that under his belt, and another shot at it. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win that. There's nobody that I like to see more than Karrion Kross in NXT right now, on the men's side, and I see big things for him, and I actually can't wait. I know it's down the line for him to go to the main roster. I want to see that eventually.
I
Yeah.
gotta so.
Do you agree with that?
So I gotta say, Karrion Kross carried across, brush then floss, and a win that cannot be glossed. If you can be the boss, the rhymes were gonna come through sooner or later. You know me.
I figured. There you go. Walk with Elias. You walk with Matthew Elias Steamboat. Walk with him, ladies and gentlemen, because he will rhyme you out. Like there's
Carried it across.
Like anybody else that will give you a shout out, he's the one that will write it out.
Karrion Kross carried across, brush then floss, win that cannot be glossed.
And when he wins, he's gonna floss.
He's gonna floss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't tell him I said that.
It's not lost when it's carried across, Karrion Kross.
There you go. And then also we did see Lucha House Party defeating Imperium. That was a shocker. Imperium actually losing in the tournament, and now the Lucha House Party advancing, which they'll be facing El Legado del Fantasma in the quarterfinals. So we'll see how that one turns out to be. I was surprised, but I hope the Imperium goes back to UK. It looks like they are, because Alexander Wolf came out right after and, doing the pose. And then that looks like they might go back to the NXT UK, because the way how it looks like UK is opening up. And that's another thing I wanted to go ahead and mention, ladies and gentlemen. I know we do not cover NXT UK, but we'll do the best that we can. It's just a lot of professional wrestling content that we have to cover. It's a lot.
Good thing.
And that's the most beautiful thing ever. We do cover New Japan. We do cover a lot of independent promotions that we are infatuated with, that we wanted to succeed. I mean, I'm not saying that in UK it's not, but of course we want to cover that as well. We'll do the best that we can to cover that. But I tell you one thing, I will not sleep on the NXT UK at all. They've been by far having tremendous matches. Top notch, could be pay-per-view matches on a weekly basis, on a weekly TV show, so on a network. So I give it all to all the roster of NXT UK doing a phenomenal work, and we'll do the best we can to cover that. Definitely that. But now move on. I want to move on with the women's now. All right. So this is why am I laughing at this for a reason, because we did see the first round. We did see Kaden Carter. We see Katy Garciano defeating Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez. This is when Io Shirai came in, interrupted, caused the match for them. And this is when we saw Katie go ahead and do I don't know what she did in the air. I'm like, she's trying to. I'm like, I can't say. I mean, she was an American. Inspired. Thank you for using the right term, and inspired by Ricochet, because that's they're dating. Wow, I don't mean shit. Money Mike, what happened there? Yeah, what kind of a finisher was that? Talk to me about that.
I mean, I can't come up with a name for that, but I like it. I like more. Give me more athleticism. Let them go. Let them try things out. It was cool. It was cool to see something like that, and I'm sure Ricochet had a word in this, or maybe he showed her a few things here and there. Yeah, I mean, I forget where I heard this, but one of the divas from I think it was Lita that said that they were told not to do certain moves back in the day because it was not how they wanted the divas to wrestle. Fast forward to today, nowadays, where something now they can take risks. Now they can, actually try new things like this. I'm all for it. I want to see more. Give me more.
Give me more. Oh my God, no pun intended to right back, which I don't want to get into that because he was, no, I mean, he was talking shit about Mark Henry. That's a no, buddy. Don't do
He could enjoy his spicy noodles challenge on YouTube.
He can enjoy his whatever challenges he wanted. He can look buff as hell, but he disrespected Mark Henry, and I'm with Mark Henry. What he's, no, sorry, right back. I mean, you kind of disrespected a Hall of Famer there, bro, and then he was the world's strongest man, literally. You didn't compete in none of those. Yeah. You have no say on what he said about Mark Henry. If people don't know what I'm talking about, you'll find it on social media. You'll know. I'd rather not go details of it because that was up. Don't want to talk about that. But yeah, Mr. Steamboat, what do you feel about that? Women's first round, seeing Caddy busting. I don't know if she's busting the 630.
I'll give it a name.
520.
She could come with a cool name like a dive bomber or the 810 or something. Name it after a fighter plane. Those are always really cool names. I'm good at coming up with names of songs. Maybe WWE should send me some checks to come up with names for moves. Just and Vince, if you're listening, that's about like $700 a name. I'll give you like 20 names for like $40,000. Yeah, that should be no skin off your back. That's like chump change for you.
Right? Exactly. But I was amazed. I was like, whoa. I don't know if she wanted to land her on her stomach. Like a slam, like her landing on her stomach, but it looked like, whoo, I was kind of scared for her a little bit. I was kind of scared even for Tony, like taking it. I was like, shit. It looked like, I hope she didn't break her arm or anything because, landing on the forearm is not pretty. Even though you're covering yourself, but no, you want to be careful. I know she's a lightweight, but it doesn't matter if you're like light, but the impact itself coming from top of the rope landing, yes, it could be very impactful. Will break a bone. Good thing that nothing happened. So I'm looking forward to seeing those two women. Now they're getting their shot and getting more TV, more of a push for them, especially, Kaden Carter and Caddy Carter. They paid their dues in NXT, so it's about time for them to get some recognition finally. So kudos to them for winning that one. And this is why I say that Sarah will join Io Shirai versus Martinez and Toni Storm. Don't be surprised she makes her debut on NXT TakeOver February 14, Matt. Don't be surprised she does. Let's say Io Shirai, oh, I got my partner. Boom, she comes out. And there you go.
And
that could be it.
Chops people's heads off with a katana.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I sent you guys a couple of Sarai's matches to the chat. She faced this one big girl, and people liked that match so much they even recreated it did one of those video game fan matches thingies of it too. So, we got some Sarai matches to watch.
Oh man, Mike and we have to watch it because I'm not familiar with it too much, but I'm doing the best that I can to be familiar with it.
Yes, indeed.
But yes, and then let's move on now with our other SoCal alumni, and that is Tyler Rust. Which is known as Russ Taylor here, who was in New Japan and United Wrestling Network, facing Bronson Reed. That was a good match. I'm glad he's getting his exposure as well. He's a very talented person, even though he lost the match, but he's very talented. I'm looking forward for his future. He's going to be a great heel. I mean, he was a heel with with Team Filthy in New Japan, Strong Style. So I'm looking forward to that. I cannot wait. And let's move to the main event, the fight pit between Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. Do I say it's better than part one? No. part one was the best one. Matt Riddle and him did a killer compared to this one. I'm saying this right now. But I love the fact how the storytelling in the ring was told, especially with Ciampa, like how it was told. I enjoyed every minute of it. And of course, the winner of that one was Timothy Thatcher, who's 2-0, 2-0 in the fight pit. Money Mike, your thoughts about that match?
I like, and I said this about the other one too. I like this pit. I like this, structure because it's not Hell in a Cell. It's not the regular steel cage. It's not the Punjabi prison. Thank God.
Oh my God.
It's not the Elimination Chamber. So we're getting something different that is exclusive to NXT, right? Something we haven't seen. It's not like War Games that it was brought over.
Say it, man. Say it.
War Games.
War Games.
Never gets old. It's something completely different. It's new. And the Thatcher again delivers. I'm starting to get more into him as a performer, right? Ciampa and him, they definitely delivered a worthy main event. And honestly, trying not to discredit the NXT roster because I guess I'm a little biased to AEW a little bit, but I'm giving credit where credit is due. These guys just knocked that out of the park. I definitely enjoyed it. From start to finish, and I look forward to seeing more of these matches. So there you go.
Oh man, I mean the fight pit. The fight pit reminds you of the Lions Den, but obviously it's not. It's similar. Obviously the cage style is different.
There's still a ring there, right?
No, that's a matter. There's no ropes in that. There's only a cage. It's only a cage. There's no ropes. It's only like a mat. But you're able to fight on the top. Like it's almost like similar to Lions Den. So I feel like they kind of like, tweaked it and made it like a square, like a ring style.
Ring.
Yeah, like a ring style fight from the top. Because remind you that in Lions Den you were able to fight on the top too. So you fight on the top, go to the bottom. I love it. And it fits perfectly with Timothy Thatcher's, character, and it fits him 100%. Like that's his style. That's his ring. Like Taker has Hell in a Cell, Thatcher has the fight pit. You want to fight me? Fight the fight pit. All right, boom, you can have it. Why not? Let Timothy Thatcher have it. That's his playground. Do not give it to anybody else. That's what I'm gonna do. If Thatcher's gonna be wrestling, if you want him to main event, have him own that stipulation. No one else should own that. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree, but I don't think that that's going to be the case.
Okay.
I could be wrong, obviously, but I really think that they're going to give this to somebody else.
What do you think they should give it to? To the women's? I don't want to mind the women's.
Hey, woof. Why not, right?
Oh my God, we can see Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley in this one. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley. She'll bring it out. She'll bring out the make it old school. Bring out the MMA stops.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
Combat sports, baby. Like the two worlds fusing together.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so far. They're doing it though, but the one that is kind of doing it that way is the one that I'm infatuated with, and Money Mike is infatuated with, is Ring of Honor. It's like we're gonna have that pure rules, like you only have 3 rope breaks, and after that, no more, no mas. Like you have a time limit, and then that time limit is over. You get scored by the judge's decision. I think WWE should definitely try that out. Who cares if you're stealing it from Ring of Honor? Everybody's stealing each other's moves anyways. Everybody's been doing it as of late. You saw Ricochet, which we'll jump into WWE, which I want to talk about. We'll talk about SmackDown first before Raw. But you saw how Ricochet did that, flip German suplex on AJ Styles, courtesy from Cameron Grimes, formerly known as Trevor Lee. You know, he put it on Twitter like, oh yeah, sorry, Trevor. Like, hey, bam. You know, like, why not? The hell with it. It's a damn free country. Shit. I mean, the hell with it. Just might as well do it. They should do something like that. If I were WWE, if I was even NXT, I would literally bring a mid-card title to that women's division for sure. That women's NXT roster deserves a mid-card title. If you're not bringing the NXT, and you're not bringing the women's tag team belts to NXT, bring a mid-card title that should only belong to NXT. Why not? Make it a Diamond Championship, make it a Women's Television Championship. Ooh, Women's Television Championship. Why not? I mean, we did discuss about, about best world TV champs. Why not we haven't had a television championship in WWE. We already have the United States. We had a cruiserweight. Why not a television? Money Mike, what do you think? Does it sound like a good, bad? What do you think?
Sounds like a great idea. Sounds like money. Absolutely. The women need something to fight for. Not everybody can fight for the world title, right? So,
touche.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Big Booty Daddy? Is that a yes or no?
You know, I'll agree with Money Mike here.
They all do.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So let's jump to Raw now. Raw. The only thing about, I'm sorry, SmackDown. Let's go to SmackDown first. I will apologize, ladies and gentlemen. SmackDown. I love SmackDown. Can't say it right now. For 2 hours, it's the best content that's all I need. I don't need 3 hours of bullshit. I need 2 hours of great shit. You know, I don't need to take a chorro or like none of that. I need to take a great shit. And this was 2 hours of great shit. And I love it. I love it all the way. I mean, Nakamura going back to babyface, got his old theme song back. Cesaro, Daniel Bryan.
Right now is the perfect time for the Nakamura World Championship run. Like if you're up against AEW, this is probably like the best. I mean, you have like AEW has Kenny Omega, WWE is Nakamura. Why don't you use the best guy, the other greatest guy from New Japan? You know,
definitely 100%. But now Cesaro though, Daniel Bryan put over Cesaro, man. That's another thing. I love Daniel. That's what Daniel Bryan is like. He's a hero to me because of that reason. You know, he's not afraid of putting people over. He's not afraid of putting talent over. He's not selfish. He's willing to go ahead and share the wealth and let the people know that this individual is a star and needs to be exposed. And I love it that he's doing that. Money Mike, the floor is yours for SmackDown.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So I kind of had, I think it was last week or the week before that, predicted that Nakamura would challenge Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we're not going to see the Adam Pearce Roman Reigns match at Royal Rumble. I actually kind of wanted to see that, to be honest. We're going to get Owens getting his 5th title shot, I think. The last count. So, nothing against Owens, but he already lost. Show's over, back of the line, you know. So, you know, let Adam Pearce get in there for once or whatever. But, you know, I think that Nakamura is the guy. I think Nakamura is going to be the guy that's going to challenge Reigns and maybe even defeat Reigns. Imagine that, you know. But will it be because he wins the Royal Rumble or because he leads up to it? We'll see. But yeah, I feel like that's where they're gonna go. As far as Cesaro, this is way long overdue. My goodness. I always remember WrestleMania 30 when he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Oh
Memorial
my
Battle Royal.
God! Yes.
That was amazing. That was
Yeah.
his moment, WrestleMania moment, and was even on the main card. That was his moment. And what did they do with it? Nothing. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, I don't know. I'm incapable of
This
understanding.
is the greatest controversial, bearing, not giving a fuck. The list could go on.
Oh, there's
All the
Should-
wrestlers who just suddenly disappear, just to
should
like.
I bring back my list? Do I need to do that to let people know just how many people this man has passed up on? Good wrestlers, good talent.
Very true.
I will say that Cesaro is very much capable of carrying the title, the world title. I would definitely say so. And same can be set up for Nakamura. They have great talent here, and it sucks. It's awful that it has to come to this where they're losing ratings, and that's the reason why they're giving them a shot. It sucks that it has to that has to happen, for that to go down. But hey,
But it's crazy that SmackDown is getting more ratings than Raw. I mean, you made a valid point already. You're already saying it right now. But you see, I mean, SmackDown is getting more ratings of it because of that, of these great matches that we're getting. We're not getting just entertainment. We're getting entertainment within the ring as well from all these individuals. And people that were like, oh my God, finally, oh my God, and then not only that, people record it, DVR nowadays, they record it. They go back to it. They go back to it and watch it. I'm like, oh, people hear on social media, oh, this match was great. Oh, really? I got to go back. I got to go see it. Boom, people go back to it. SmackDown is up there. Go to Raw, recorded DVR. I'll delete that shit.
It's like you're watching Raw. Change the channel, Marge.
Oh my!
that's
Simpson.
Homer.
Yeah, you know that.
That's Homer.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
right.
much. That's like you at the front row. Yeah, that's you. But yeah, Cesaro. He does the sharpshooter from time to time, right? Like I don't know how often he does it. I know I've seen him use it.
Well,
he
does it courtesy, for the Hart family, courtesy of T.J. Wilson, Tyson Kidd. Because that was his tag team partner. When he first started in WWE, that was like his first tag team partner, the first tag team champion. They went together. Before Sheamus, before Nakamura, and so definitely he's dedicating that match to him.
That reminds me of in AEW when they called Jericho a tag team slut. I don't know why that reminded me.
Did everybody start chanting "slut" or no?
Yeah,
They brought that chant back.
Sorry, Cesaro, but that just came to mind.
Right. But Cesaro,
Sharpshooter.
sharpshooter, yep. SmackDown is right now by far the greatest product as of right now in the main roster. Raw, unfortunately, is still the shits. The only thing that is really great is Randy Orton, believe it or not. This past Monday, we did see the whole Alexa Bliss blowing up in his face with the fireball. Randy Orton cutting an eerie promo. Like an eerie promo, just go ahead and wow.
Erie, Indiana. Remember,
Like,
Erie, Indiana.
He's wearing a mask and cutting a promo. Him participating in a rumble and everything else. I loved it. Randy Orton has not missed a step at all. So kudos to him that he still has it. I'm glad that he's able to go ahead and pull off eerie fucking promos.
And this is where we're gonna debate.
Go ahead, sir.
I disagree.
Bill Clinton thumb. The Bill Clinton thumb.
Bill Clinton thumb. No, I'm sorry, but the mask looks silly. The promo kind of sounded silly to me. It's hard for me to get into a Randy Orton storyline. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the past, or I've seen him in too many things, switcheroos and stuff like that.
Was it 12 rounds?
It's just right. Yeah, I find myself not interested in Randy Orton. Talented, absolutely, but you know, the stories, whatever.
Well, of course, but I mean, the promo style. Who really? Okay, name me someone in Raw that has done better than him on promos. No one has. No, name me someone on Raw because no one
Alexa
really
Bliss.
has.
In recent times.
Well, okay.
That's so nice. Just ask me what you'd like me to do. and
What
I'll
is
tell you what
that?
to do.
Alexa? Alexa.
There you go.
That was Alexa. Oh,
I guess we got a different. The other Alexas even like what?
Alexa Bliss. There you go. But yes, I mean, okay, Bliss. I get your point, but I'm talking about the men's. Who's done anything? Who's done it? Who has?
I enjoy the watching Bray Wyatt talk and the Fiend. Well, the Fiend doesn't talk, but you know.
But yeah. I mean, of course, the Fiend.
It's always
Who
the
else?
juxtapose, you know, the opposites. That's always
hate to
a
say it, like,
psychological thing.
Drew is not cutting it on his promos as of yet. Miz is boring. Like, I'm already bored of him. I'm extremely
You've seen it
bored.
before.
It's just too many times. It's just like a repeat. It's like going back to 2010 or something and shit. I'm tired of seeing that. But Randy Orton, yeah, I get your point. It's kind of like similar promos he's done with other storylines he had prior before. But the man still got it, though. He's able to pull it off. I know with the mask thing, it looks ridiculous. He's trying to, they try to make it sarcastic as possible. But would you rather prefer a mask or prefer a Band-Aid that looks like it's all burned, like all crispy, like bloodied up? Or would you prefer, or the mask? What makes more realistic to you? A big-ass Band-Aid, like, you burned me, or a mask, so like, okay, you burned my whole face, but I can't show my face because I'm ashamed of it.
What is he, Kane? I mean, come on. Next, we're gonna see his brother.
Oh my god. Cal Orton Jr. Shake and bake.
Didn't I tell you guys this before? I met Randy Orton's aunt in Vegas. I was at the roulette tables. Maybe she might show up. She's gonna bring the roulette table and just smash it over.
You did say that on the archives, and gentlemen. Make sure you watch the archives. He has said it before.
Yeah,
But,
Randy Orton's aunt's gonna show up.
That's the only thing great, and the only thing that really surprised me too on Raw was Bliss, her character change. I'm liking that too. That's one thing that I do like. I approve, courtesy of Money Mike Lopez right here.
That's right.
Thumbs up. So I approve that because I like that they're pushing her that way, making her like indestructible. Like shit. Like, oh, you switch to like, and you switch it. And and then Asuka too, like she's supposed to be the baddest woman on the planet. No pun intended to Ronda Rousey, but I'm just saying, like, well, she's a Raw Women's Champion. But she lost very quick to Alexa Bliss when she switched to the Fiend style. And then went back to after she won. Talk to me, Money Mike. How do you approve of that? I'm pretty sure you approve of it, so preach it.
First of all, the baddest woman on the planet is Amanda Nunes. But that's neither here nor there.
That's another topic, bro.
That's another
list
That's another list, bro.
for our buddy who ain't here.
But yeah, no, Alexa Bliss. I kind of got tired of seeing her with
Nikki
the
Cross.
Scottish girl, Nikki Cross. Yeah, I feel like that was kind of like meh, but this is opening up a whole new world or possibilities for her character or characters. Right? She's got the double-sided thing going on, which is cool. She gets to explore both sides, and she's great. She knows how to do it. Right? I think if they're trying to get her to face Asuka before WrestleMania, don't wait for WrestleMania. That's the match right there. Not Charlotte, not Shayna Baszler. No, Alexa Bliss needs to challenge Asuka for the title at WrestleMania. That's it right there. That's the match.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Mr. Steamboat?
I guess that Alexa Bliss versus Asuka would be pretty cool. It'll be a little bit, and maybe she could bring out that 450, like we talked about in the past.
That's right. Yeah, you're right about that.
You don't think we did not forget. She could pull that out, and that'll be our WrestleMania moment.
Nothing is over.
Nothing is over.
You gotta say it.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
There you go.
We gotta watch the end of Rambo First Blood.
I agree. Imagine if Alexa does go to WrestleMania and does face Asuka and does the 450 to win the belt that way.
There you go.
I will be happy because it'll be the first time we'll see Bliss doing that. So why not?
Yeah, that would be the perfect time to do it. I mean, it's just like when Brock did the shooting star, except he won't botch. She won't botch it.
And she won't botch. She used to be a gymnastic. She'd be a cheerleader, so she knows her stuff. I don't think
she got magic.
She got magic with the Fiend, Yowie, wowie. So yes,
there you go.
But that's so far the best thing on Raw that I could say. Everything else. Oh wait, I forgot one. AJ Styles and Ricochet. Of course, you never get when you see an AJ and Ricochet match, you will never be disappointed, ladies and gentlemen, ever in your life. Remind you about that one thing.
You forget
Japan.
Another thing though.
Yes.
The legendary Ric Flair and Lacey Evans storyline, right?
Okay, now you're making me like
that
I don't
doesn't
walk out.
That doesn't exist. that never happened. What are you talking about, Mike?
Okay,
Ric Flair's retired. He didn't show up.
All right, let's bury the firm right now. That is the most. Okay, we said it before in the last episode. Stop bringing the pun intended to Ric Flair. I know. And I'm saying the truth though, because you're at your age that you're very, very fragile and very easily to be exposed. Stay your ass home. You don't need to be a part of these storylines. Leave your daughter alone. And why does it have to be when she comes back, he gets involved? Why? We've seen this for how many years now, Mike? How many years, Matt? Has this been going on that we've seen Flair being involved with Charlotte Flair? Why? That needs to be erased.
The funny thing, I looked up a video of the first wrestling match ever, like 1912, and it's like, oh yeah, this is when Flair debuted. Somebody left in the comments. But yeah, what we were saying about Ricochet and AJ Styles earlier, it was like Ricochet's a former, earlier I had the Dragon Gate, Ricochet, former Dragon Gate champion. And, we got a former IWGP champion, just so them working the magic. So,
I love it.
Ric Flair, I'm pretty sure like Ric Flair is going to be like a android zombie. And he'll still, it'll be like Ric Flair and The Rock's daughter, the Rock's daughter is gonna be like 50, and Ric Flair's gonna be like 200 years old and half like a half robot.
Oh my God. Some being a manager. Like
Futurama. Instead of woo, it's gonna be like whoa. It's gonna be like it'll be like a horn attached to him, robotic, or he'll just be like a head in a jar.
I just hope. Jesus. Like I said, when it comes to Ric Flair, that needs to be dropped immediately. Like, all right, because we're seeing Charlotte being buried already. I get it. She's helping other women to push, like in the division of Raw. I'm not hating on that. Great job, great. But when it comes to this storyline, Jesus, give me something else. This is not working for her. It looks bad for her. Even her matches she had look horrible. I didn't enjoy this match. And Charlotte barely has any bad matches. Mike will tell you that. Shit.
Yeah. I like that Lacey Evans is getting some time. I feel she's one of the more talented ones in the roster on the Raw side. And, she's getting a bit of more TV time. She's getting opportunity. She got pins over Flair now, right? Cool. However, there's more negatives to this than positives, in my opinion. For example, Mandy and Otis, Aaliyah and Murphy, Lana and Lashley, and countless of other couples that I'm sure I'm forgetting that, oh, it's shocking, or they put them together for the rating, and ultimately it goes nowhere. I'm sure many people will not know, well, how did the Aaliyah and Murphy storyline finish? Who knows?
Vince
Just
really
kinda
wants it to
disappeared.
be like Days of Our Lives. Like that's the one.
Oh my
That's one of the
God.
things he compared it to. It's like, yep, it'll be just like that.
All these pointless couples that it just does nothing. Also, Lacey Evans is married. You know, her husband and daughter have come out on TV. So, you know, it's like
Well,
it's-
Ric Flair's married, but
Ric Flair's married.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
but, I mean, it's the Nature Boy, so I guess it's expected. Woo!
woo.
I don't
Hey,
know.
longest, oldest ride, longest line. Am I right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Space Mountain.
That's
it's
right.
pointless.
That's my line. Chelito.
I just hope AEW doesn't start something like this. You know,
I hope not either. I'm with you 100%. But if also you notice that abroad, they're trying to break up a lot of people. Like you see the Nia and Shayna, you see the Hurt Business with Cedric and Shelton.
that's a bad idea right there.
Like, oh, hell yeah, that's a bad idea. Do not do that. Do not. Whoever's involved in that creative writing, Brucey, tell Papa Vinny, do not break up the Hurt Business. That's one of the hottest teams, factions that you have. Because at WrestleMania, it's going to be the Circle Debate challenging the Hurt Business and 8-man tag team match. That's what's going to happen.
This is good.
Business will be good for that.
Hey, I know this probably wasn't a listed subject, but are we going to touch on Virgil? I don't think I could show that picture in the background.
I don't think you want to show that picture in the background.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
Don't want to know.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
Hey,
don't wanna know.
hey, Mike. You know what? If you do want to know, you're
Show 'em off
probably
the air. Show
if
'em
you
off
do
the air.
no, Mike. If you do want to know, you're nuts. You're nuts.
That's just
Okay.
a clue. That's just a clue, bro.
But I think you might have a ball.
Anyway,
But yes, but yes, we saw that on Raw. I'm hoping that does not happen in the case that they break up the Hurt Business. No, they do not. I hope they squash that beef quickly and just makes them more stronger and
Yeah,
more
squash the beef, make some hamburgers.
courtesy of right here, Mr. Slapjack from Retribution. Cooking some T-bone and what else? T-bone steaks, slap nuts, right here on the 101 freeway, and just cooking some steaks and some ground beef, courtesy
On the
of
side of the
Retribution.
freeway. Just
On the side of the freeway,
gravel, asphalt all up in your food.
and then that's when you know that this fool is gonna start rhyming. Take you to school, just for you to be the next tool. Damn.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
Loving basketball.
Loving basketball.
The and one mixtapes, you know.
But yes, Mr. Hero, excuse me, I'm sorry, that name is gone.
Money
Where
Mike.
is he? He's gonna have to come back soon to save us from Retribution.
absolutely.
But yes, Money Mike. So we did, mention about all these breakups that are going on. It's funny how Matt mentioned that Vince McMahon is portraying our, in general, our lives. Makeup, breakup, all feuds, all this.
Days of Our Lives, yeah.
Days of our lives. I mean, this is what you saw in Raw, right? You're hoping that doesn't happen with Hurt Business. They don't break them up, right?
It could, and it might happen. I hope not, but
You see, we don't make wrestling, we make movies. No,
We make entertainment. Ah! Go ahead, go on.
no, it's just it sucks that I don't know when they have something good going on, they just for whatever reason break it. But WWE, I don't even know what to say anymore. You know, I hope that they turn it around, and I hope they improve their product. So that's really all. That's all we want, WWE. We say this because we care.
Very true.
We care about what happens over there.
Yes.
And we stay
Don't you dare.
And we stay out of your hair.
Don't you dare, because I'm going to go over there and make you swear.
Get in your hair. Get in Vince's hair.
Man, what has Circle of Debate turned to? My goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Circle Debate.
My goodness, no hoodness.
Talent night, open mic night. Open mic night.
Bars.
Scars.
Yeah. There you go.
And speaking of ours, we haven't even seen Lars
Sullivan. Lars Sullivan.
So we haven't even seen him. Another one is being buried. But yeah, but see how Money Mike said it and Matt said it very, very clearly. We're not bashing WWE. We're caring. It's just that us as fans, and you guys agree, and I hope you guys agree with us. But if you guys don't, you can comment right below and let us know your opinions. WWE as of right now, the product is not looking great, especially in Raw. They need to fix that shit up. They need to do a lot of things as of right now. We said it prior before. It is unfortunate that Drew McIntyre came at a bad time being the champion in this era with this pandemic and with these feuds, because if there were fans like us fans being there, he could have better feuds. But unfortunately, he doesn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. This is the part 2 ending of episode 38. We appreciate you guys very much for tuning in. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel right at the end of this video, as well as you saw the video part 1. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also want to go ahead and thank once again Kofi Winston for joining us on these 2-part episode. That's right, don't forget to check out Dirty Heels Podcast. They give the people what they want, ladies and gentlemen.
Give them what they want.
They give them what they want, you know, and we do the best we can as well to give you guys what you want as well. Give you the most pro wrestling coverage as much as we can, cover any promotion as possible, even for the independent circuit and for everything else. So don't forget also to our audio platform listeners, thank you so much for tuning in on our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casters. Thank you so much. And also don't not forget as well that this Saturday we will be having, which is tomorrow, Saturday, gentlemen, don't forget, tune in for Saturday. We'll be having our interview with one of the hosts of Jofo in the Ring podcast. He's also a 3-time, along his GNW world champion. That is Jeremy Prophet. So make sure you do tune into that interview that we have for him coming out tomorrow. And also don't forget, Sunday we will have our top 5, which will be top 5 worst matches. So I'm looking forward to go ahead and discuss about that. How about, you know, our top 5 worst matches. And also don't not forget as well, we will have, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of MMA of Circle Debate. We will come back, and it will be this Tuesday, episode 2 of that, as we're going to discuss the results of the Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier 2, as Matt and I will be moderating, and obviously we'll be asking the questions to, even though Money Mike couldn't make it on the first episode, but he will be on the second episode and giving his 2 cents of this, you know, upcoming fight that's going to happen within the next 24 hours. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
Step in the cage with us.
Ooh.
There we go.
I'm waiting for you to rhyme on that one.
It's a plus, you know? It's a plus if you step in the cage with us. And I know that's something that you trust.
There you go. Because
and you'll speak without rust.
Wow. Because with money, Mike Lopez is a must. That's why. There you go. So don't forget to tune in on that. Coming up Tuesday of episode 2 of the MMA of Circle Debate. And also we have a lot of upcoming more next week. Is the go away home for Royal Rumble, which we'll discuss. Our predictions again for the Royal. We'll recap that, and also we'll discuss about next week's Dynamite, NXT, and more pro wrestling news. Most pro wrestling content we can provide to each other. So once again, we thank you for tuning in for episode 38 of here on Circle of Debate Podcast. So once again, I'm the Devious One, Ivan C, and alongside with the Walk with Elias, Matthew, Steamboat, Carbonation, Cabron,
Big Bad Booty Daddy,
Big Bad Booty Daddy, and also the man with the plan, the King of Sting. That is Money Mike Lopez.
the King of Sting, Master of Bling Bling.
That's right. Oh my God. Say to you guys, au revoir. Good day. Because remember, you guys seeing this in the morning. It's not at nighttime. You're seeing this in the morning. Okay? You're seeing it in la mañana. Saying good day to you guys and good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy SmackDown. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with Jimmy Prophet and Sunday top 5 worst matches. See you guys soon. Thank you very much for tuning in.